everyone, my name is Lisa and welcome back to my channel, or as Nicole Castillo says it. Hi everyone, how you doing? I've been watching her videos for the past couple of weeks and I've been loving watching her videos, but the intro is stuck in my head, that's all. In this video I will show you a random tutorial. I went for a bit of a smoky eye and red lips, so if you're curious to see how or what products I put on, then keep on watching. I will do my makeup with random products, mainly products that I haven't used so much yet, and also products I haven't seen other people talk about yet. I just put it on some lip balm, and we're going to start with, of course, primer. For primer, I will be using the Estée Lauder The Smoother Universal Perfecting Primer. I haven't heard anyone really talk about it, so I'm curious how this primer is going to work for my skin. It looks like a silicone pore filling primer, which I like because I have pores and I'm not sure if this is a mattifying primer. I hope so because I have oily skin. This is what the primer looks like. It feels very silicone-y, so I think it is a pore filling one. I do smell a hint of a scent to it, but nothing too strong. Or nothing at all. I take it back. I don't smell much of a perfume scent. For foundation, I have been loving the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is quite an older favorite for most people. It also is a bit too dark for me. I have been really liking this foundation since I got it. It is a medium to full coverage foundation and oil free, so that's nice. I just go in with 2 pumps. It's not too thick, and I'm just going to use a dampened beauty blender. The way I apply foundation is first, normally I mix foundations, but I don't do that now. I just dip in with my finger, and I always apply it with a circular motion and just put the excess on the rest of my face and then just dab it in. I don't want to apply it on the rest of my face yet because I don't want it to dry out, because that happened with me the last time I used the Double Wear foundation by Estée Lauder and it ruined my entire makeup look, and I don't want it to be ruined again. I'm not taking the risks. Do you guys have any tips for preventing your foundation to settle into your fine lines? Because every foundation I use will settle in that one forehead line and into my freaking left smile line. I have tried so many things, but well, I haven't tried that many things, but the things I have tried have not worked. So if you have any tips, help me out. Once the foundation is on, we're going to move on to concealer. I don't own that many concealers. I also don't really use the Essence Camouflage one that much, if I'm being honest. So I'm just going in with this. Just here. Do you see what I mean? Saying earlier about the fine lines and small line, it's already setting in there. Do you see that? I'm going to blend out the concealer with the pointy end of the beauty blender. And I'm also directly using it as a eyeshadow base, like I normally do as well. Once I blend the concealer out, I'm not sure if this gives me enough coverage, so I'm going over it with the Touche Éclat High Cover. It feels very liquidy. Is it me, or does this concealer blends out lighter than it does when it sits on the skin? And next we're going in with setting powder. I don't have that much setting powders, so I'm just going in with my favorite setting powder, and that is the the Givenchy Prisme Libre powder. I'm not sure if they sell this color combo anymore, because this is number 2 beige, something beige, Taffetas beige. I'm not sure, but we're just going to put some in the lids, and then we will settle. Oh my god, that's a lot of powder though. Oh my god, I don't need that much. First we're going into that smile line and the nose, because we don't want that to shine. Also the forehead, or just mainly my T-zone, and then underneath the eyes. Is it me, or does the powder looks lighter in the middle and gets darker on the outer line? That's weird. I hope that fades. But I'm going in with the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in the shade Medium Brown. First, I do the usual that I always do, and that is brush through my brows. I used to swear by the powders, but I don't know. I prefer pencils now. There was also a time that I was really into the Anastasia Brow Pomade. And I'm also going in with a brow gel. I'm going in with the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. Once I've done that, I'm going to continue with the eyes, and I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. I wanted to say the Naked 3 palette, but I'm going to be using the Naked Honey palette. I only used this palette once, and I already have it for 2 months, and I only use it once. So I'm going to be playing with this eyeshadow. Maybe it's going to be more of a smoky eye. I'm not sure what colors I'm going to use. But first, we're going in with Flyby. And Flyby is the very first shade in this palette. And I'm going to use a bit of a more fluffier brush for that. I'm just going to put it all over my eyelids. The first shade we're going to dip into is called Swarm. That is the 3rd shade in this palette. Yeah, I do remember that the shadows are powdery though. These are different shades of browns that I already own, so that's one of the reasons I'm actually really excited to play with this, because these are browns that I don't own yet, and it actually sounds quite impossible to say that I don't have natural colors that don't look like this. So once we've blended that in, I'm going to use the same brush I just used, and I'm going into Keeper. That's this shade right here. And once I put that shade on my eyes, I'm going into Sting. That is the deepest shade in this palette. And I'm actually bringing it inwards. And then we're just going to take the brush I first used, and then we're going to blend everything together. Once I done that, I'm going into the shade Drip, or back into Drip. I'm focusing this more above Sting. Then we're going into Keeper. And I'm now going to line my under eyes with the shade Drip. And I only line 2/3 of my under eyes. Then I'm going into the shade Sweet, the second shade, and I'm going to line the inner eye. And for the inner corner of my eyes, I'm going to take a smaller brush. Just going to use the pencil of the palette itself. And I'm going to take the smaller side and I'm going to dip it back into Flyby. And I'm going to put this in the inner corner of my eye. There's a hint of shimmer in this eyeshadow, which I think makes it a bit more playful. Now my eyeshadow is on, I'm just going to brush the excess away with a powder brush. And I'm also getting a tiny bit of powder, and I'm using the Catrice Prime and Fine Mattifying Powder. I haven't used this in a long time. As you can see, I actually use this powder quite a lot. And I'm going to use the MAC Delphic Studio Sculpt Defining Bronzing Powder. I do feel with this bronzer you have to go in quite heavy-handed with a brush for it actually to pay off some color. So I'm just going to take my angled shaping brush and I'm just going to swirl it in. And this is the same cat you actually saw in the very first video. We're going to continue. I was bronzing up the cheeks. I hope the setup is still kind of the same because it stopped filming. I was bronzing the face, so I'm just going to continue doing that. I never really use this bronzer alone. If I use it, I put it over contour. Did I actually bronze? Because I always have the feeling the camera doesn't always pick it up that well. Sorry if the sun is reflecting. The sun is settling down. But here I have the Tarte Hamptons Weekender Face Palette. Am I filming? Yes, I am. I haven't really used this palette as much. Well, I use the highlighter, but that's about it. I haven't really used the bronzer or the blush, so I'm going in with the blush. I hope it is a bit better. I still see the sun poking through a tiny bit. But we were done with blush. I do really like this color. And for highlighter, I'm going to be using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfecting or Perfector Liquid in the shade Opal. I like to use this underneath my highlight or underneath powders, but I have not used this for a very long time. So I'm just going to use this as a highlighter and hopefully it will work. Just going to dip some on and then hopefully blend it out with a beauty blender. Now I'm going with black eyeliner and I'm going to use the Clinique Quickliner for Eyes Intense in the shade 9 Intense Ebony. And if you've seen my haul, I've ruined this. If you want to see that video, I will link it down below for you. I also want to stick with mascara in this video because once you are kinda used to fake lashes, your lashes look so naked with mascara. I don't know what is going on, but it stopped recording when I was scrolling my lips, but I put it on the Clinique Pop Matte Lip Color in the color 11 Peppermint. I'm not sure if I already showed you this, but here I'll show you again. And I went over it with the Chanel Rouge Cocoa Flash in 92 or more. It's also, this is a very glossy red that I put it on. And I also went in with a setting spray and I used the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray because I haven't used that one yet, but I did own one in the past. And that completes this makeup look. I don't know what's happening with my phone. I hope you enjoyed watching. I went for a bit more of a brown matte smoky eyes with shiny glossy red lips. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. You can give this video a thumbs up. And if you don't want to miss any more of my videos, you can subscribe to my channel. I upload a new beauty video on every Tuesday. And I hopefully see you in the next video. Bye! Bye! Primer. The Smoother Universal Perfecting Primer. Oh, sorry. And I was like, you're not going to see that.